Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+. Rated TV MALV. Viewer discretion advised. Maya Lopez has betrayed her mentor, the notorious Kingpin. Now on the run, she returns to her hometown to prepare for the biggest fight of her life. Don't miss Marvel Studios' hardest-hitting series yet. An epic 5-episode event. Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
exclusive merch.
You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows, but also bonus episodes each month. But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
Because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/BloodyHappyHour.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And
This is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
And this is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Gosh, how bloody is it?
It's pretty bloody.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
It's Turn Up Tuesday.
I love that day.
This is Quickie episode day.
I love a quickie.
And this is a good week because you're not only going to get your Quickie on Tuesday, but if you're Patreon, you're going to get a Wednesday bonus episode.
Oh, hey.
And then you're going to get your Thursday episode.
Are you going to tell us what's
Thursday.
the bonus going to be? Is it going to be Mandy Scricilla?
I don't know who that is, but I will tell you that it is we have done one of these, maybe two, but it is a fetal abduction episode.
Oh, like a Heidi Broussard or
Taylor Parker. Yeah. It is the very first one ever on record. I went way back.
Jesus, Mary.
It is not that far.
Okay.
The first one ever on record.
You're not going BC.
Not
No,
BC.
we're saying AD.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to clarify for all the listeners out there, maybe new people didn't know.
Yes. So if you want to hear that episode,
join our Patreon.
Yeah, join.
Patreon.com/BloodyHappyHour.
That's what it is.
That is exactly what it is.
That's what it is. So for our first story.
What is this episode? This is Quickies?
It's Quickies.
Quick.
And all we're doing is we're telling you about what is in the news. So what's in the news right now is there's a serial killer dead in prison, in the East Texas prison. His name is Billy Shemirmir. Yeah, ever heard of him? He's actually pretty recent. We just found out about him just a year ago. So he's in prison for killing 22 elderly women. And he was found dead in his cell just this week.
Hanging from a sheet.
No.
Stabbing from a shank.
Yes. He was convicted just last year. What had happened was in DFW, so Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, a bunch of elderly women were dying.
After they left like bingo, they just, yeah.
Yeah, they were like dead in their, I don't know all the
Dropping like
stories,
flies.
but they were just like dying.
They were dying.
But the coroners were ruling them natural causes, but their family were like, they're old, but they were healthy. Like they didn't have like cancer. And then the family noticed that there was missing jewelry. Like, where were their wedding rings? Where were their earrings? Where was their jewelry? Where was their jewelry box that was in there? Or their jewelry where was their purse? And the police, DFW police, was just ignoring them.
Oh, that's really
Makes
rude.
me kind of think of our friends.
Yes.
Carolyn Cummings episode.
Yes. That's exactly what I thought about.
So what happened is one elderly lady actually lived to tell the story. She told the story about getting attacked. And so they caught up with Billy Shamirmir. And when they caught up with him, he just happened to have a jewelry box and a bunch of old lady jewelry.
Well, it was from his grandma.
Yeah, maybe it just... And, he liked to frequent nursing homes.
And maybe he liked to wear
volunteer.
jewelry.
Maybe it's a cross-dresser.
Maybe.
Well, they tied him to all these deaths that were ruled natural causes but are now homicides, and he was sentenced to 2 life sentences, but he has not even been in prison for very long. Now, this East Texas prison was on lockdown, so they were just stuck in their cell, and he had a cellmate. They were on lockdown because there's a bunch of drug problems coming in, and they just couldn't figure out how it was coming in. The guards. The guards. And so they were just stuck, and I guess his cellmate got pissed at him and killed him. But they have not released...
Oh, his roommate killed him?
Yes.
Turned on him.
So they have not released, like, the manner. So you said shank, I'm assuming shank, or, like, the motive, but I just
they
assume.
get those toothbrushes and they file them down or whatever they use to brush their teeth.
Or he choked him, or... I don't know.
I always am, like, impressed by people hanging because I'm like, how do you even tie? I don't even know how to tie a knot that would hang a weight.
Or tear sheets.
And tear sheet.
How
What
do
do
you
you
tear
What do
a
you
sheet?
attach it to? The
They
bed?
figure out something.
I don't know, but that's got to take a while. But
Caroline's impressed by the hanging
I
of the
mean,
sheets.
I could never figure it out. Not that I've tried.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess up my sheets.
No.
That story is similar but different from the story that I'm going to tell on Thursday.
On Thursday. Okay. Similar but different.
Yep. It's my favorite way to describe it.
We got a missing white woman. Yeah. It's actually a whole missing white family. So MWF.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Friend Robin sent us this story. So we're going to Franklin County, Virginia. 30-year-old Lauren Cook, her 7-year-old son Benjamin, and her 5-year-old girl Hannah and 2-year-old son Elijah have been missing. They were supposed to meet up with a family member on September 5th, but never showed up. The family member tried to get a hold of them, could not. They reported them missing. When police have looked at their cell phone activity, there's been no activity and no bank activity since September 7th. Where the last activity was pinged in Lexington, Virginia, which is near where they live.
Yeah.
So now these kids are listed in the missing and exploited database. Okay, so like Lauren's family's freaking out. My sister, my daughter's missing. My grandkids or my nieces and nephews missing. Okay, they're flipping out. They're scared. They're posting all over their Facebook, missing. Like they're filing reports, but Mr. Cook, husband Cook, it's actually like common law husband, Jordan, the father of the kids, and he lives with Lauren. He's just cool as a cucumber. He's like, they're not missing or in danger.
No.
I have no reason to be concerned about their safety and their well-being.
Yeah, they're fine.
I've heard from her, and I'm sure my children are doing just fine.
Yeah.
Chill.
In the freezer.
And that's it. Yeah, in the freezer. They're chilling. Just chill. They're at the bottom of a river, probably. Police have reported there have been no 911 calls coming from their residents, like, ever. So they've gone back to make sure there's been no, like, domestic disturbances. There's been no reports of abuse. Family members, as of right now, has not said that there's been much shadiness, but they could be quiet. But let's just go ahead and just predetermine what probably could have happened, because last time we did this we were 100% wrong. So let's just, what do we think happened?
I think they're in the freezer.
His freezer at the house?
Yeah, the deep freeze.
Okay. All of them.
They wandered in there, or they could have been like Chandler Halderson, where they burned them up and they are half in the forest and half of them are in the fireplace. And
what was the motive? Was she gonna leave him?
Yeah, she was probably cheating on him, and he found out, and he wanted to get, he wanted to just kill the kids to get to her, but then he couldn't help himself.
Yeah. So sad. We're gonna hear more, and definitely Mr. Jordan Cook is gonna be all over it.
What's your theory?
Obviously it's always the husband.
Yeah.
Always the husband. So I would think that Lauren was probably going to
leave him. Was
meeting with the family member to gather a plan to leave.
And he
never showed up.
Oh my gosh.
Shall we go to Romeoville, Illinois?
I would love to go there.
There was a massacre.
It sounds very lovely. Not today, though.
Unlike
Not
it
today.
wasn't very lovely on Sunday, September 17th. Because there was a welfare check in a house in this quiet, quaint neighborhood. So a family member called because somebody in this house did not show up to work at 6 a.m. and they weren't answering the phones. They weren't responding to text messages. So a family member was like, please go to this house and check on this family.
Yeah.
Okay. Police showed up, and when they showed up, they discovered 2 adults, 2 children, and 3 dogs, all unalived with gunshot wounds.
All the dogs?
All the dogs.
Okay. It's just taking it a step too far when you got to go for the animals.
I wonder if they were
the
like
worst of the. I mean, child obviously, but
yeah. I know.
Need I say more? No.
I know. All the dog people want to know what kind of dogs they were. I haven't thought twice about what type of dogs they were.
But what kind were they?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So their names were Alberto Rolón, Zoraida Bartolome, and the kids were 7 years old and 9 years old.
Oh.
So police immediately reported this was not a random attack. This was a targeted attack. Okay. And then within hours, we didn't know this immediately, but within hours, they had a male suspect and a female suspect.
Oh, no.
And they had a vehicle. And so they put a bolo out on this vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A little bit after they had these suspects, they had found out that the female suspect had also been reported missing by her family.
Oh my gosh.
And she was on the missing, and this said dangerous person list. I thought it was missing and endangered, but this says missing and a dangerous person. And I don't know if that was a typo, because that can communicate 2 different things, don't you think?
Yeah.
Are they missing and endangered, or are they missing and a dangerous person?
I don't know. They need to clarify that, and they need to say, we did mean to say
I know.
this one.
Both the male and female that are the suspects were from Streamwood, Illinois. So that was we're in Romeo, that's in Illinois. Mm-hmm. So Wednesday morning, so this was a couple days after the massacre, there is a digital license plate reader caught the license plate to the car that they had the bolo on in Catoosa, Oklahoma. So states and
Dang.
states and states
I
away.
know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
South.
A whole lot south from Illinois.
And now a word from our sponsors.
All right, if you love smoothies or if you love your protein in the morning, you need to get you a Blend Jet. You can do that if going to blendjet.com. If you enter the code BHH12, you get a discount. And let me tell you, these things are portable. They are easy to use. They can fit in your cup holder. You can have it at home or you can have it in your office like I do. Right this morning, I had my blueberry banana one
How was
with
it?
some chia seed.
Wasn't chunky or anything?
It was very smooth. When I have it in my shaker, it is a little chunky. So this is a great alternative.
I love it.
It is battery powered, so all you have to do is plug it in every 2 weeks, and the battery never runs down.
Oh my gosh. I love battery powered things.
Go to BlendJets and order you a BlendJet and get a discount.
Thanks, April, for sharing.
Did you know you could be putting oil and chemicals in your coffee? I love coffee creamer, but I don't think I've ever turned the bottle around to actually see what's inside. When I did, I found out many of my favorite creamers contain ingredients I would never intentionally add to my coffee cup, like canola oil, dipotassium phosphate, ew, and artificial flavors. Laird Superfood all started when big wave surfer Laird Hamilton needed morning fuel that could allow him to spend the entire day chasing the ultimate wave. He couldn't find anything in the market that met his ingredient standards, so made himself the ultimate plant-based creamer. Laird Superfood started and launched its first product, Original Superfood Creamer, in 2015. Laird Superfoods contain no artificial flavors, colors, or additives, and no sugars from highly refined corn syrup. All Laird products are sustainably sourced and thoroughly tested to ensure that you're incorporating the cleanest, finest fuel into your routine. All Laird products are also made of all-natural whole food ingredients, and they are crafted from the highest quality all-natural real food ingredients. Are you ready to feel more energized, focused, and supported? Go to lairdsuperfood.com and add nourishing plant-based foods to fuel you from sunrise to sunset. Use our promo code BOO at checkout to save 15% off your purchase today.
I'm your puzzle pal, and I'm going to tell you about my latest obsession, Wongo puzzles. These things are the real deal, folks. They're high quality, handcrafted, and perfect for anyone who loves a good challenge, but doesn't want to dedicate their entire kitchen table to puzzles for a week. Trust me, I've been there. I might still be there. But I got one of these actually for Christmas. I loved it. I did it, and I was so proud of myself. And they have all these cool designs, and you need to go to wongopuzzles.com and use our discount, BHH. You get 10% off, and I really want to know if you'll order one of these puzzles, what'd you think about it? Because it's so fun, and I need to order like 5.
Cure hydration. If you are obsessed with your hydration like I am, this may be something good for you. This is something that is so easy. Forget about the Gatorade. That just dehydrates you even more. And if you don't like the taste of coconut water, try Cure Hydration. You can go to my offer link. It is zen.ai/BHH20. This is vegan. It's no added sugars. It's just a little packet you could put in your water. Or if you're really smart during happy hour, you could put it into your Tito's. It is just as effective as an IV drip. And if you do not like the taste of water, it's not as boring as water, not as sugary as the sports drink. And if you're an athlete, it'll give you the best performance. Or if you just get brain fog or headaches because you do not stay hydrated.
Brain frog?
Brain fog.
I get
The
brain
solution is Cure Hydration. So go to that link, enter the code. You can go to my offer link. It is zen.ai/BHH20. Cure Hydration. Police attempted to pull over this vehicle, and the male suspect
did he run?
chased. Yeah, like tried to run, tried to evade police, but ended up crashing. And it was a bad crash because the car was engulfed in flames. caught on fire. And then when the police tried to approach, they heard immediately 2 gunshots.
Oh, damn. This is so intense.
When they put out the fire, the male driver was dead. His name was Nathaniel Huey Jr. And the passenger was a woman named Irma Linda. They had been dating for 8 years. Nathaniel called her his wife, but they weren't officially married. Irma Linda left Nathaniel because it was a toxic, abusive relationship and went to go stay with Alberto and Zoraida.
I don't know
And
who are the females.
The dead people.
Okay.
So the female that was in the car.
Yeah. The dangerous one.
That
the
was
missing and maybe dangerous or
and maybe dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Left Nathaniel, the driver.
Okay.
Okay, of the car. Left him, fled, and went to go live with the dead people in the house.
Oh my.
So then he went after her.
Why would she go over there?
And killed everybody in the house.
And the dogs.
Grabbed her and took off. Fled
and he kidnapped
south.
with her.
Yes.
And then
so
they were
I
chased.
think it's supposed to be missing and endangered and not missing and dangerous.
Maybe there was a missing person and a dangerous person.
Yes.
So they're two
Maybe it
separate.
should be a comma.
They need to punctuate.
Irma Linda, the one that was kidnapped, was alive in the car when the police got to her. She was shot and she was burnt up, but she was still alive. So they rushed her to the hospital, but she later died at the hospital.
Irma Linda, you almost
know.
pulled through, girl.
So that means that Nathaniel killed what was that, 5, 6 people and 3 dogs. All because he didn't like rejection.
I don't know.
He owned a security business called Black Bear Security. And if you look his Facebook, I stalked him today.
Yeah.
He's a tool, like he's cocky, and all he did was show pictures of him in his like tactical vest and like all his guns, and he shared a bunch of TikTok videos, including the one about the story about the judge. It's not Judge Judy, but the divorce court judge and her bailiff guy that killed his wife.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened with that?
Well, he was arrested for killing his wife.
Yeah.
So this guy shared that video and was like, oh, I guess he was unhappy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then he went and did the same fucking thing.
Oh, hell.
So.
But he shot her, and then he shot himself and died immediately. She didn't die immediately. She died in the hospital.
Yeah.
What a waste. What a waste.
Yeah, all
what
for
a waste
what?
of him to waste everybody and wasted the dogs, and he's a waste. And
she had a little kid, or in their pictures, she had a little kid. So I don't know where this little kid was.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it was one of the little kids.
Now missing and endangered.
Yeah.
Endangered.
I don't know if the little kid is with another family or if the little kid was one of the little kids that was killed, but I don't think so because they showed other family pictures. You can help me with this, the Delphi update. So basically, quickly, the defense is trying to create a way to have some reasonable doubt in the courtroom.
With 136 pages of or whatever you call it.
Yes, notes. And so they're trying to document that claims that Abby and Libby, so Delphi, there's the ones on the bridge, that they were killed by Odinist.
A religious sacrifice.
Oh, it's a pagan Norse religion and a white nationalist group. So they're just like everything. How are you?
I don't know
I don't know what Norse is.
I don't either. But
pagan, a white nationalist. The motive is that one of their parents was dating somebody of another race. I don't know what race that was.
Right.
But also the way that their
it was
bodies.
the Abby or Libby had a boyfriend. And maybe the boyfriend was a different race or something, and then that's why they killed the girls.
It says because one of their parents was dating a person of another race.
Oh, Abby and Libby, one of their
Parents, yes, was dating somebody of another race. That was a motive. But it also said that investigators found multiple ritualistic symbols at the scene of the crime, including the way Libby's body was positioned. And then that outlined 92 other different reasons that Libby and Abby's murders could not have been committed by one singular person. So they're trying to introduce that Delphi guy, what's his name? Richard Allen, may not be the only. What's he called?
The only killer. And he was like getting threats and allegedly, all this is alleged. This is all in the document saying Richard Allen has been getting threats in the prison by the guards saying not to say anything, and that he was coerced into telling his wife that he was guilty and like admitting to the murders. And so that they're saying that's why he admitted to it, is because they were going to come after him, or they were going to go after his family if he snitched on them about the pagan and
the white nationalists who probably have people in the prison.
And apparently some of the guards.
Yeah, I'm watching Sons of Anarchy right now, and they beat up on one of them because the white nationalists were going after them.
And
they had to get the black people to cover them.
I know. Like, what is happening?
I love how I just watch a new whatever I binge, that's what I live my life by. Like I went to a biker bar the other day because I was at
You're
Sons
really
of Anarchy.
like dedicated, and like you're kind of like
it takes
trying to
over
buy
my
into
life.
The lifestyle. Yeah.
I was actually trying to be a prospect.
Yeah.
I might join.
I think you should.
And what do you have an update?
Yeah. Okay. So, but with that, one of the guys that they have that they've listed as a person of interest, I guess, looks
sketch
almost exactly like the video, the down the hill video. He has the goatee. He has like that same kind of hat. And it's apparently it's a thing. Like people all know about this pagan NORAD.
Norse.
That's the Santa Claus tracker. NORAD. This is not what that is. But people around there know about this ritual and all that stuff that's going on, which is confusing as to why it's never been released to the public as that being a theory. So why have the police? Well, they've been secretive about a lot of stuff, anyways, about this case. So it's interesting why they haven't.
So are they
ever brought it out? Like this is the first time we're ever hearing about it. Like this came out of left field. Nobody. It's like and plus it was such a huge document drop.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pages.
So are they allowing this to be introduced, or are they?
Well, I guess the prosecution has to like kind of reply back to, or like then they do a motion or whatever.
Norse paganism is a branch of German religion that was actually replaced by Christianity a long time ago. So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
8 passengers update. Briefly. And I don't even have all of it, but just those are the kids that were duct taped, but they said that what they did was they had rope was attached to their wrists and their ankles, and the rope was attached to the floor. So they were being held. That's why they had like all the cuts and abrasions and stuff they had. The 2, Jody and Rudy or Ruby or whatever, they were using cayenne pepper and honey on their wounds.
Oh, shit. That'll burn.
Exactly. They also found, I think, 5 Apple computers and like 3 iPads and like just an awkward, like strangely large amount of computers,
But they homeschooled. So they could explain that
Well,
away, right?
I don't think. I guess they did, but at first they didn't. So maybe they can say that.
That can be explained away.
Yeah.
They're weird. Okay. Is
That's
that it? All right. And just to take it to the Hollywood corner.
Russell, popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn corner.
Yes.
I just have to talk about I am a early 2000s, like 90s. Like that's when I watched. I'm not a big sports person. I like college football.
MTV, VJ.
Yes. So like that's when I watched the NBA. So when Scottie Pippen was here, I was all excited about meeting Scottie Pippen, right? That's when I watched football. So Deion Sanders doing his thing, or that has been, like I've been all excited about that. But then like the people that he's bringing on the field, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, Warren Sapp was my favorite back in the day. Warren Sapp just released that he is going to be on the Colorado coaching staff next year, and he was a Hall of Famer on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in '99. So that was my excitement for the week, is that Warren Sapp, which was my favorite, is going to be with one of my other favorites.
They're going to change the whole college football world.
Oh, it's already... It's already.
I thought you were going to popcorn corner and you were going to mention Russell Brand.
Nope, don't know who that is.
Oh, he was married to Katy Perry, aka
JonBenet Ramsey.
JonBenet Ramsey, for like 14 months or whatever. But he's the British guy. He's an actor. He's like very like loud, and he was in some comedies. Look him up. You got to know who he is. You'll know who he is.
Okay.
He did like MTV stuff back in the day, but he was a big like sex guy. I mean, he was like very, very wild and promiscuous. So he now has a podcast or YouTube show, and he has like 3 million followers on YouTube and so many on Rumble. Because a lot of people get when they have their shows on YouTube, they get monetized. And that means that ads will play. And that's how a lot of them make most of their money with their YouTube shows.
Yeah.
So if YouTube gets you can't say certain words, you can't do certain things. Like there's a bunch of rules. Or they'll just like demonetize you. So they'll take away any chance you have of making any kind of advertising money. So last week, 3 women came out anonymously and accused him of sexual assault and rape. Within days, maybe even a day, he's dropped by these UK sponsors.
Gosh.
He's demonetized on YouTube. He's losing this. He's getting canceled from shows. Everything.
Done.
With these 3 anonymous women. Listen. You don't believe all women. You believe all evidence.
Yeah, only evidence.
Did they not learn any? And then the UK people sent a letter. They sent a letter to TikTok and they sent a letter to Rumble. Rumble is like YouTube, but they allow you to speak and they don't censor you. A person from UK Parliament, whatever they sent letters to both of those places, basically saying like, we just want to make sure that you're aware that what Russell has done and what he's been accused of, and we just wanted to make sure that you're going to demonetize him. Like what? But he's been talking out about like a bunch of political stuff and the government stuff, and so then they're like, this is them coming for you. We got to shut you down. You're talking too much. You know too much. You're saying too much. So that's kind of where that is. I think it's so shitty that you can be canceled just from accusations.
That you are guilty until proven
that you are
innocent.
Absolutely guilty until proven innocent.
It's sad. And really all it takes is one person to say, you know what, it sucks that this is happening. We're going to stay by your side until we know more. You know who they did that for? The Patriots did that for Aaron Hernandez. Now that slapped them in the face, but in the end, they looked loyal until they really had to, and then they cut ties.
Did they said that they're like, no, we understand that there are accusations out there, but this has been fueled by the media. There's been no actual evidence. There's like nothing for us to say that he can't be on this platform, and we'll wait till we see the evidence or till he's guilty if he goes to trial or whatever. These people had not even filed police reports at the time. This is completely the media.
So why did you think Lizzo was guilty but he's innocent? Because they're both kind of debauchery, right?
Yes.
Like, what was it? Like, what's the difference?
Oh, but she admitted to the stuff that she did.
Yeah, but to them?
Well, she admitted to the banana. I mean, that's what they were saying. They said they were in an unsafe work environment. And she talked about the banana and stuff. I don't know if she actually forced the banana in, or like forced them to go, but I think they could have said no, but they were like coerced into going to these things.
Watching it.
And
where did that all go? It
does sound like it was, I mean, she was raunchy or whatever. I don't know, went to the Amsterdam place, and did the things.
I always tend to side on the male side. That's why I asked, because I'm a boy mom and I have all brothers. So I always tend to like leer on the side of the boys. But you're a girl with all sisters. So I would think you would like err on the side of the females because.
No. They be lying. No. You Amber heard me once, you Amber heard me twice. Plus, with the Lizzo thing, those people actually came out in public and stated things, and then even somebody else had come out who, she wasn't even in the lawsuit. She was just like, yes, all of that stuff happened when I was there. This is not affecting me currently. I'm not pressing charges. So I think with Russell Brand, the people aren't coming forward. They're not out there telling their story. They're not pressing charges. I don't know what there's just the accusation by the media. So that's weird. But I don't know what happened to that. Lizzo just went away. Something else. Another story comes along in 3 days, and everybody forgets about that last story.
Yeah.
It's well.
There's your news. A little bit of Hollywood, and Travis and what's her name? Oh, the new devil. The new people on TikTok. She's the new Illuminati devil singer. Taylor Swift. Travis.
Dua
Taylor
Lipa?
Swift.
Wait,
together. Travis Kelce.
Yeah. That ain't gonna last.
No. It's a mismatch. She's not cute
one
enough.
last thing. Corey Richards wrote a letter.
Okay, we'll tell them next time.
Okay.
We ended with Hollywood Corner. Okay. We will see y'all. If you're on Patreon, we'll see y'all Wednesday. If not, we'll see y'all Thursday. Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Hola, yo soy Jackie.
Y yo soy Jessica.
Y esto es Zona del Crimen. Un podcast donde hablaremos sobre casos de crímenes reales
y eventos impactantes que han quedado marcados a través del tiempo. Recuerden que nos pueden seguir en Facebook, Instagram
o donde escuches tus podcasts favoritos.
Hey, I'm Blair.
And I'm Brittany. And we're the host of
By the Cover Podcast.
We cover everything from mysteries, thrillers, romance, chick lit, and even some smut.
Don't forget the smut.
Yeah.
We're so excited to get this thing going and share this with you guys. We've been talking about this for months, and it's finally happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure, for sure. You can find us on Instagram at bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those two also.
And we are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
and you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not reading it. It's because I don't like reading.
Girls like cowboy butts, and those jeans don't hide anything. Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on RogueMediaNetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.